If you're familiar with Lynk Co, you know it's all about sportiness. Whether it's the 03 on the WRC tracks or the 01 that has a German-style tuning, handling and sportiness have always been their focus. But this Lynk Co seems different. Not long ago, we had our first look at the Lynk Co 07. I said that it should be very suitable for Europeans despite its Chinese root. But after driving it, I realized I might have been wrong because it's unlike any other Lynk Co I've driven. Now, it's a whole new species. I'm Harris, you're watching my EV. A 1.5-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, a 3-speed DHT, and a P1 plus P3 architecture, putting out 381 horsepower and 615 Nm of torque in total. On paper, the numbers are astonishing, but in reality, it only does 0 to 100 in 6.5 seconds and has a top speed of just 190 kph, which is quite ordinary. Well, yeah, if you send all 650 Nm of torque to the front wheel, the top steer will be devastating for a family car like this. But this mismatch between data and performance is very positive. Thankfully, the powertrain performs quite well in terms of smoothness and responsiveness. In non-sport mode, the engine doesn't engage the drive at all, meaning it's essentially a range extender 90% of the time. So in everyday driving, it feels almost as smooth and responsive as a BEV, making overtaking effortless. What's more, its fuel economy is impressive too. An 80.99 kWh battery can provide over 100 km of pure electric range and a total range of 1,400 km. And the fuel consumption is only 4.8 liters per 100 km when the battery is low. Well, on paper. However, the 3-speed DHT they put a lot of effort in only comes into play when in active sport mode or the battery is at its lowest, which is also quite positive. Then there's also the chassis. If we ignore the 09 and 06, which don't use the CMA platform, Lynk Co's tuning roughly went through 3 stages. First, the first gen 01, which prioritized road feel. Second, the 03 and 05 with a bit more comfort tweaking. And the third, the refreshed 01 and 08 that balance perfectly between comfort and handling. But this 07 seems to have gone too far in the comfort direction. With softer springs and less damped rear axle, the body rolls quickly and pitches noticeably when going over bumps. Sure, this setup might provide a floaty feel during high speed, and combined with precise yet not overly sensitive steering, the car still feels easy to control and comfortable for daily drive. But it loses the essence of what makes Lynk Co special, which is quite disappointing for me. Upon closer inspection, I found the reasons. Last time I called it a squashed 08, but that may not be that accurate. Judging from the battery pack and the trackway, this 07 is likely based on the Galaxy L6, a compact saloon under the Geely Group. This could explain why the 07 drives so different from the 08, even though they both use the CMA Evo architecture. And this could also be the reason why the 07 can't be all-wheel drive like the 08. Geely has always struggled with smart software. It's a statement that I feel like I've seen many times before. But now with Meizu support, everything seems to be getting better. The animation is smooth, the OS is straightforward, and the connectivity with smartphones further enhances the experience. Regarding the details of this infotainment system, you can watch our Lynk Co 08 video because they are almost identical. Of course, we can still find some differences. Firstly, like the Zeekr 007, this screen can rotate left and right with decent angle. Sadly, when turned towards the driver's side, the screen is partially blocked by the steering wheel. Secondly, if you don't use a Meizu phone but still want to have the interconnectivity, you can use the CarLink. This app supports almost all Android phones and provides an experience similar to CarPlay and Android Auto. Of course, this is nothing new to you guys, but this is useful for us because Android Auto is not available in China. Thirdly, besides smartphones, there's also a co-pad, which can be connected to the back of the front seat in a similar way to how tablets are linked in Huawei and Xiaomi cars. becoming an entertainment and control screen for the back. An infotainment system can even directly access the tablet cam. The only downside is that the connecting point seems a bit too low, clashing with my knees. Speaking of the rear seats, there's more surprises. Due to the constraints of the CMA architecture, Lynk Co has always had average rear seat comfort, but this 07 is definitely an exception. Firstly, I, 6'3", could have decent space in the back of this 4.8-meter car, and that's already a big win. Secondly, the big armrests, soft seats, and extra feet room are all enhancing comfort. Of course, there are still some downsides, like the overly upright backrest and relatively weak lumbar support, but compared to Lynk Co's previous ones, this is quite a pleasant surprise. And the surprises don't stop there. In terms of actual comfort, the rear seats of the 07 may not reach executive level standard, but its features certainly do. Heating, ventilation, and massage, all in a sedan priced less than $30,000, are extremely rare. Paired with the added screens, it does give off executive car vibes. However, if you don't have the tablet, it seems like you can only activate these functions through voice commands, as I didn't find physical buttons for them in the rear. There's been a strange trend in the mid-size saloon market, where sporty ones are becoming increasingly rare. Traditional mainstream brands are gradually removing this branch. Luxury brands are leaning more towards comfort, and upcoming brands clearly prioritize intelligence over sportiness. At this point, Lynk Co stands out as a unique presence, sticking to sportiness since its first product. Even though this 07 may have strayed away a little bit, its performance is still remarkable compared to most competitors in the market. Here in China, the majority of consumers are not well versed in driving, so they prioritize other aspects over handling, thus leading to the gradual disappearance of sports cars. So what's the situation in your country? Do sports saloons still have a place there?